Hi loves and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going through my review of the Trendy CC Square Wallet on a Chain. One of my most loved and used bags, especially for the evening, and Chanel continues to do them season after season in different colors. I've also seen them going for insane prices on the pre-loved market, and I thought it would be helpful if I went through a full detailed review, a wear and tear update. I've had mine since 2018 or 2019. I can't remember exactly the year. I'm really trying to get better about that because I know a lot of people love to ask the season and the year and things like that. So going forward, I am trying to remember that more for my bags. I've had them for a while so I can give you a proper update, especially my black one. I use this quite a bit so you can get a really good look at wear and tear over time. By the way, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Morgan and I make videos about luxury handbags, fashion, and lifestyle. So if that's your thing, please subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm going to get into the features of this bag, the pros and cons, along with the wear and tear over time, what fits inside, mod shots, and my buying advice for the Trendy CC Square Wallet on a Chain. So let's just get right into it. This bag is teeny tiny. It does have the turn lock closure on the front. It is a single flap, has a chain that is not adjustable. It's very similar to the regular wallet on a chain. At the top you have the Chanel plate here. It can get like fingerprints and marks, but it's easy to wipe off. On the bottom it's just a rounded bottom. There are no feet with this like flat leather piece here. On the inside you have two card slots on each side, and it's just an open pocket. It has a classic Chanel quilting. This is in lambskin leather. The sides are kind of curved in here. It's kind of hard to see, and there's a little bit of space here under the flap. So that's kind of it for the features of the bag. It's a very small bag, very simple. It's just the open pocket. So let's get into the pros and cons with the wear and tear over time. One of the pros to this bag is that for Chanel, the price is pretty good. I heard that this bag went up a little bit. When I bought it, it was around $18.25, I think, or $18.75, and now it's gone up to around $2,000 for the bag. I personally would still pay $2,000 for it. I think it's worth it. For Chanel, I know that's a lot of money, but for Chanel, everything at Chanel pretty much being like almost $3,000 or over, really well priced for Chanel. It's actually more functional than you think. Wait until we get to the what fits inside section to see just how much you can actually pack in this. It leads me to another pro, is that this is actually more functional than you think because of the card slots and the way, if you pack this the right way, it's a really easy, like I can even use it on the weekend. Obviously you have your phone in your hand, but I can fit my essentials in this bag if I want to be really minimal, or it's great for an evening out. Another pro for me is that it gives me all of the Chanel like 90s vibes. It's really hard to find these like perfect condition like vintage bags, especially in colors. In black you can find them more easily, but something that gives me that like kind of 90s like big logo Chanel, turn lock, everything like that, especially in the black, it really feels 90s, but it's new. So I really like that about the bag. I love 90s Chanel. I think it's like the best era for Chanel. If you're looking for that kind of 90s vibe, but you want to get something new from the store, this is a great way to go. Another pro to this bag is that it's great for evenings out. It's so tiny and compact. If you're at a small bar table or, you know, just generally a tiny dining table, it doesn't take up a lot of room to set it on the corner. It actually takes up less room than my phone, so I usually just set it on top of my phone if the table is small. It's really compact. You can even wear it throughout like your evening, like just cross body, like if you're just standing at the bar, you don't want to put it up. It doesn't get in the way. It's not annoying. It's just so tiny and compact that it sits really nicely. This is really a perfect evening bag. Switching to the black one for the cons, because it's a little more visible in this one. A big con to this is that you have this hole here, and the tiniest of items can fall out if your bag falls over or gets off balance when you're wearing it. So if you have coins or like a little perfume sample, you want to really wear this crossbody to keep the bag stable and up and down. If when you have it on the shoulder and it swings about a bit, things can fall out of it. So it's something to be a little more careful of if you've got very tiny items. If you just have your cards, a lipstick, and like your car key, you don't have to be so worried about it. But if you do have smaller, tiny items that are like this size or smaller, they can fall out of the bag. Another con to this is that when it's on your shoulder or you're wearing it and you've got stuff in it and it gets off balance with the chain, you can see that this kind of moves around this flap. So it's really good to make sure that your bag is quite balanced and how you pack it is very even, because otherwise you don't want it to like it sometimes can just happen where it like sits like this or something. And over time you don't want that to happen, but as long as you pack the bag where the sides are both kind of equally weighted, it's not really an issue. This is kind of a pro and a con to the bag, and it's to do with the wear and tear over time. The leather is lambskin, and I am generally not a huge fan. It is quite delicate, I find. I think it's okay for a bag this small, because when it's this small you can be more careful with it. It's more delicate. It's more of a occasional bag, so it's not like you're putting daily use on it. There are just like, I'm not sure if it'll come off on camera, but there are some like hairline scratches in the lambskin leather. So over time, yes, this will get those like tiny little scratches. And I do find that in the light color, I wear this a lot less because I'm more scared of it like showing the wear. The wear doesn't show as much on the black one. Something that if you're gonna get one and you want it to look newer, longer, I would say definitely go for the black. It's gonna wear much better over time. Lighter colors you have to be more careful of because they're a little bit more delicate. Another con to this bag that also has to do with the wear is the plate at the top. So you can see on the black one, I hope on camera, there are more smudges and it just looks like there's a little more wear, and this one looks newer, and that's because I've used it a lot less. But as you're touching this and going in and out of it, you're gonna get that kind of imprinted look. It's held up better than I thought it would, I will say that. Costume jewelry doesn't really hold up very well in the climate in Dubai. That's why I would never really go for the Trendy CC, like the bigger size. And I was very nervous when I bought this bag in terms of how it would hold up. But it's been okay so far, but it's one of those you definitely want to clean often with a dry cloth so you don't get those marks that really set in over time. Now let's get into my buying advice. This is one you definitely want to buy in store. The prices they go for are stupid on the Preloved market. I've seen them sell for like $2,700. Don't pay nearly $3,000 for this bag. I personally would not. I don't think it's worth it. And Chanel continues to do them. I see the black one come up at least once a year. One of those that if you have an SA, maybe get yourself on the wait list and then they can contact you when it comes in. I think that's the best way to get it. I don't normally see these on shelves. I ended up getting my black one like by chance. It just happened to be at the duty free when I was flying, and I didn't even know the bag existed before then. And when I went to London on that trip, I wanted to see if they had more colors, and all of London was sold out of every single color. And even the girl in Chanel was like, I don't know how you got that bag. We get so few pieces in London. So I think it's one that, for the most part, I think you're gonna have to get on a wish list for this in store with your SA. I understand not everyone has access to that. So if you are going to get this bag, if you're gonna go through a personal shopper, your fees on top of the price would be about 10%. So think about that in terms of buying pre-loved. If you are gonna pay above retail for it, don't pay more than 10%, because then it would be better just to go through a personal shopper and pay their fee rather than paying, you know, like $700 more for the bag. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. For very few bags I would even consider paying above retail, and this is one of them. I think partially because it is very well priced for what it is for Chanel. I get so much more use out of this than I ever thought I would. I would see the value in paying a little more if I can't get my hands on it in store. That's why I'm giving you all the different recommendations and the different avenues that you can go through to get this bag. So I've just packed this full of items. You can see this is pretty much as fully packed as you can make it. If you took an item or two out, it would be easier to open and close, but this is the like packed completely full version. Here is what it looks inside. I have my house key on its little ring. If you want to save even more space, you can take your key off the ring and slip it in one of the card slots with one of your cards. That's what I typically do, just to, you know, save a little more space. Then here we have a full liquid lipstick. This one you have to put in like sideways like this, but a full liquid lipstick does fit in this bag. And then we have a hand sanitizer. This one's quite big. If you get a smaller, slimmer one, it will definitely be easier to get in and out of this bag. Then I have my car key. I have just a bit of cash, my Listerine breath spray. I usually have Listerine like breath strips, which are much smaller, so that also saves a lot of room in this bag. I just didn't have any today. Then I've put the cards in the card slots on the sides. So it really does keep enough for a night out or your daily essentials if you're very minimal. Obviously your phone would be in your hand. This doesn't fit any phone at all, but I think when you're buying something like this, you kind of know that. So in terms of teeny tiny nano mini bags, whatever you want to call them, the ones that are technically considered more impractical, this is one of the most like practical impractical bags. That is what fits inside. There are many ways you can wear this bag, like surprisingly more than you would think. So I did show all of those in the tiny bag collection video that I have on my channel, which I'll pop up here in case you're interested in checking that out. The most common way I wear this is crossbody. It's the most comfortable, it's the most balanced, nothing falls out, it's very easy to wear, it doesn't get bumped around anywhere, it doesn't swing around. I feel like that's the most secure way to wear the bag, where you get the least amount of wear on it as you're wearing it. But you can also wear this on the shoulder as well. It's a very long drop, so it's kind of what I would consider like a temporary solution for this bag. But you can also, if you're at a cocktail party, wrap the strap around your wrist and let the bag just hang off. It's not that heavy, so if you have to have your hands free, this is a really like cool way to wear it that's a little bit different, and it looks really nice with an evening dress. You could definitely also hold this in your hand and let the chain strap just hang down. Just so small you can grab it from the top, so that's just another option I wanted to mention.